and on Thursdays.
Well, today, as part of our For You Day of Giving, we're joining the fight against Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, the disorder can cause unintended or uncontrollable movements and even change your voice.
First Alert 4's Corey Stark spotlights the American Parkinson's Disease Association as it works to do great things for St. Louis.
I'm doing everything I can to move forward with life, and I have found that I am better now than I was before I was diagnosed.
A statement that's likely to surprise many.
I go to a circuit class, and then I go to a kickboxing class. I work with a personal trainer.
But Fanchen Allman tells us she is thriving in the wake of her Parkinson's disease diagnosis.
I also take Tai Chi, which they have at the Parkinson's place.
She says much of her success is due to the American Parkinson's Disease Association in St. Louis, from exercise classes to speakers.
We provide programs and support and services to help people now, but we also invest in research. Research is the long-term strategy on how we're going to get rid of this disease and its impact.
Some of that research is focused on finding an early diagnosis of Parkinson's.
In order to diagnose the disease early, you need what's called a biomarker. A biomarker is some measure, some test you can do. It could be a blood test, it could be a urine test, it could be an imaging test, but some test that you can do that can tell you whether or not you have Parkinson's, and you don't have to rely on the clinical exam.
And while there is no cure for the disease, an early diagnosis can help patients take action sooner, finding their community.
Our message here at APDA is you are not alone, and we are here to help you.
And starting exercises that have a major impact.
I still play tennis. My tennis game had dissolved. And the other day, one of my friends said to me, "Are you in remission?" And I went, "No, Parkinson's doesn't have remission. I'm taking my medication, I'm doing my exercise, I'm going to my classes, and I'm great."
That was our Corey Stark. So please grab your phone. We want you to scan that QR code that you see right there on your screen. And all day long, you can log in to help the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association in their fight to help others. And you can also go to firstalert4.com/4u, and there you'll find all the details on how to donate. Well, today, First Alert 4 teaming up with a local group helping local people cope with Parkinson's disease.
The American Parkinson's Disease Association's Missouri chapter wants you to know the signs and know that they can help. Here's First Alert 4's David Amalotti.
It was an early symptom.
For Gary Valentine, it started with his voice.
Really don't have the tremors like most people think Parkinson's is having tremors.
It was his children, both in the medical field, who noticed subtle changes and suggested he get checked out.
It's balance, it's your gait, it's your walk, it's your talk.
I lost my sense of smell about 15 years ago, and that's a precursor to a lot of Parkinson's patients.
For Dave Harris, symptoms started more than a decade before he was diagnosed. It was the more recent changes that had him seeking help.
And just kind of a rigidness, and I had a lot of neck pain.
Doctors tell us it can often come down to 4 signs. The word to remember is trap.
TRAP. T is for tremor. Most of the time it's during rest. It could be happening from hand or leg, sometimes in upper limb. R is for rigidity, like patient feel very stiff. A is for akinesia. Simple meaning is slowness in movement. And P is for postural instability, disturbance in gait, and some balance issues.
A typical Parkinson's patient may be older, but some people can see signs in their 30s and 40s.
There is a population of people with Parkinson's who are not old in the traditional sense and are younger, and we have to be very aware of that population because they need different things. They still are raising their families, still working, etc.
Moving those arms and legs at the same time.
Exercises like the ones offered at the APDA can help curb symptoms.
I followed that to a T. I'm doing 4 days a week on various exercise classes.
And while there is currently no cure, Parkinson's is not a death sentence.
Parkinson's affects our lives and affects us every day, but we can do it. You can live with this. You're not going to die from it. You're going to live with it.
David Amalotti, First Alert 4.
So please grab your phone. We want you to scan this QR code that you see right here on your screen. Then all day long, you can log in to help the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association in their fight to help others. And you can also go to firstalert4.com/4u, and there you will find all the details on how to donate.
Our message here at APDA is you are not alone, and we are here to help you.
And today we hope you can help First Alert 4 in the ongoing battle against Parkinson's disease. How your donation can go a long way in the fight against Parkinson's disease in our For You Day of Giving.
Well, today is a For You Day of Giving here at First Alert 4, and your donations all day long will support the American Parkinson's Disease Association's Missouri chapter.
They provide free support for those living with Parkinson's disease in our area. First Alert 4's Claire Kellett joins us live now at the APDA office in Chesterfield to explain just how much they can help. Hi, Claire.
Hi, good morning, Paige. Good morning, Mo. Well, good to see both of you, and thanks to all of you viewers watching us this morning. What an exciting day it is for us here at First Alert 4. This is our For You Day of Giving. If you're not familiar, what we do is we highlight 4 times a year very deserving nonprofits in our area that reach out to local members to help them, to bring them in with their families as well. And today we are here at the American Parkinson's Disease Association. It's the Missouri chapter, their office in Chesterfield, really just a stone's throw from Chesterfield Mall. And joining me this morning is Melissa Scrivan with the association. Thank you for having us. And for folks who aren't familiar with Parkinson's disease, I mean, this is the fastest growing neurological disorder in our country.
It is. It's 1 in every 6 minutes is a new diagnosis, and 19,000 people in the state of Missouri have Parkinson's disease, and again, we're getting new diagnoses every day. We serve about 15,000 people between our Southern Illinois and Missouri locations with exercise classes, support groups, research, education. I first got connected with APDA because my grandmother had Parkinson's disease, and she came for exercise classes, and it made a huge difference for her. Then that is so important. Everything we do is free of charge, and it really helps people realize it's not a death sentence. You can live with Parkinson's disease, and you can live well, and that is what we do here.
Yeah, and they're here to help with the quality of life. And as you heard Melissa talk about, she has a personal connection. We have somebody else with us this morning. This is Cindy Owen. She's a board member. You have a personal connection as well.
I do as well, and so the Parkinson's Disease Association is so important to my family because my dad has Parkinson's, and as Melissa was saying, they provide just vital classes for family members such as exercise, caregiver classes, and they also provide important research.
Yeah, and I understand they have a class later on today. We got all the weights down there, the balls, the balance balls, and all of that kind of stuff.
Constantly.
But for you, that's why you came into this. You wanted to learn more about it. You wanted to learn more for yourself and how to help your dad.
I did. You know, it really is about a family coming together to understand, you know, the disease itself, and then how can we support each other. And it's a lot also for caregivers as well. And so many times we forget just that tension and pressure that's on the caregivers as well. And so we've been able to really provide a lot of information for those that are in that important role of caregiver.
All right, so we're talking about this. This is our entire day. This is our dedication here at First Alert 4, is to bring you more information about the American Parkinson's Disease Association, because we're asking for your help with all of this. Popping up on your screen right there, you see the QR code. If you scan that, that brings it to our website where you can donate. You can also go to firstalert4.com/4u. Paige and Mo, a lot more coming up in just about a half hour.
Yeah, such an important cause. All right, Claire, we're going to check back with you a little bit later. And as Claire said, please, we love you to scan that QR code that you see right there on your screen. And you will find details on our First Alert 4 News app, as well as our website on how you can donate.
And a big push today to help local patients with Parkinson's disease. How you can help in our For You Day of Giving.
Well, today is a For You Day of Giving here at First Alert 4, and your donations all day long will support the American Parkinson's Disease Association's Missouri chapter.
They provide free support for those living with Parkinson's disease in the area. First Alert 4's Claire Kellett joins us live at the APDA office in Chesterfield to explain just how much they can help.
Oh, it's overwhelming how much they can help. We're at that office in Chesterfield. It's the Missouri chapter right across the street from Chesterfield Mall. So let's think about this for a second. The doctor says that you have Parkinson's disease and then sends you on your way. You head outside to your car, you sit down, you think, what do I do? Where do I go from here? What kind of help can I have? What is my life going to be like? All of those answers, you can get answers to with all those questions here at the American Parkinson's Disease Association. Amanda Lansbaum is the program director. I mean, this is where you want folks to come because you are here to help.
Absolutely. You know, like you said, it is very scary when people first get diagnosed, but once they connect with us, we give them information that they want, and it's in little bits, you know, at a time. It's just the information that they want and need, and then after that, we can connect them as they would like with all of our programs and services, like a support group. It's so important to connect with as soon as possible, and exercise, of course, is key. So connecting with all those things, and those are the things that we want to provide here at the chapter. So people can really have a community of support with them.
Yeah, so you're giving them the information and you're encouraging them to move in the exercise classes because with Parkinson's disease, I mean, you can live with it. You can live a very fulfilling life.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what you said at the beginning. People don't realize that, you know, there's a lot of unknowns. So once they get connected with us, they realize I can live well with Parkinson's. I can keep living my life, you know, if I exercise well, eat well, get the support that I need, you know, you can live well and have a great life.
And there are not many things in life that are free, but all of your services, I mean, this is free of charge.
Absolutely, yeah. We hope that we provide really quality services so that people, as they can give, they do give. And so we appreciate you guys doing this today.
Yeah, and we're not just helping people here in our area. This is across the state of Missouri, and that's where all of you come in. Think about all of the help that you can give if you donate. Every little bit that you donate truly helps. If we're able to put the QR code there on your screen, you're able to scan that, send it to where you can donate. You can also go to firstalert4.com/4u. Paige and Mo, they have a Tai Chi class in here coming up later this morning. Like, we're literally standing in the exercise room. Oscar, if you can show them, yeah, I got the weights back there, you know, the balance balls. I mean, they do a lot of things here and throughout the state of Missouri.
Yeah, such an important cause, and they do great work. And yes, folks, you do see the QR code right there. Please go ahead, scan that, and your donations, you could see there a lot of information you can check on our firstalert4.com/4u. All right, thank you, Claire. And a reminder for you, today is our 4U Day of Giving, benefiting the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association. You can scan the QR code that you see right here on your screen to help. And you can also head to firstalert4.com/4u. And a reminder, today is our 4U Day of Giving, benefiting the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association. You can scan the QR code that you see right here on your screen and help. And you can also head to the link on your screen, firstalert4.com/4u. That's where you can find all the details on how to donate.
All morning, we've heard stories from those living with Parkinson's disease as part of our 4U Day of Giving for the American Parkinson's Disease Association.
Some of you might even know someone personally who is living with it. In fact, the APDA says Parkinson's disease is the fastest growing neurological disorder in the United States.
Think about that for a moment. But with your generosity, the APDA can continue to offer free services to people that are living with Parkinson's disease and their caregivers. First Alert 4's Claire Kellett helping us celebrate a special day. She's live at the APDA office in Chesterfield learning more. Right, Claire?
Learning a lot more. Matt, talk about just an amazing organization. We're at the Missouri chapter, and their office is here in Chesterfield, right across the street from Chesterfield Mall. I've had conversations with a number of the staff members, some of the patients this morning. One thing that really stuck out to me, one of the patients says, Claire, this place has been life-changing. Think about this for a second. You get the diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, and first of all, you think, wait a minute, what is this? How is it going to affect my life? How will it affect my family's life? Where do I go from here? Well, let me tell you, this is the place. This should be your first stop. They offer a number of services And all the services they offer, from just classes to exercise classes, because you know that's important. You got to keep moving if you have Parkinson's disease. They offer everything for free. So that is why we are doing this For You Day of Giving. We need your help to allow the Parkinson's Association to continue their mission, doing this across Missouri for free. This is where your money goes to help these patients, help these families. Take a look at your screen here. There's that QR code. So grab your smartphone, take a picture of that. If you're not able to do that in this amount of time that I'm talking, just go to our website, firstalert4.com/4u. We got a lot coming up for you in this hour of Great Day. We're going to hear about just an amazing matching gift. Yeah, someone in this room, we're not going to show you yet, but someone in this room who many of you know, might recognize from TV, is going to make just an incredible matching donation today. We're also going to hear from that patient who told me that this place has been life-changing for him and for his partner. So we got a lot coming up, but you don't have to wait until we have these interviews to donate. Guys, you can donate right now. Spread the word about this, and we'll hear from the patients and that matching gift coming up in just a few minutes.
I just want to go back just a little bit because that struck me. The APDA says Parkinson's is the fastest growing neurological disorder in the United States. That's, I don't know why that struck me so, but
that gets your attention.
It's a stat I've never heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
More and more families will be impacted by this.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Claire. Once again, today is our For You Day of Giving, supporting the American Parkinson Disease Association Missouri chapter.
They provide free support for those living with Parkinson's disease all across our area.
But they can't do it without your help, your donations. Right now, Carroll House is even offering a match to make your money go farther. Claire Kellett standing by with Brooke of Carroll House right now. Hey, Claire.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, you all would be seeing a familiar face you see oftentimes here on First Alert 4 in our commercials. We'll get to him in just a second, but first we really want to emphasize the fact that the Parkinson's Association offering these services free of charge. So that's where you come in. We need your help to continue this mission here at the association. We're at the Missouri chapter in Chesterfield. All right, we've been talking about it a lot. Brooke Dubman is here with us today. We appreciate you being out with us. And this association really has a personal connection with you.
Yes, it does. I was on the board of directors for Parkinson's. It's such a good cause. You know, my mother has Parkinson's disease and has for 10 years. And my sister Amy is her caretaker. She lives with my sister. And, you know, and the people that have known someone with Parkinson's realize all the challenges. And sometimes they don't realize all the challenges, but it's really something because it affects people everywhere about everything over time, you know, as it progresses, unfortunately.
And I feel like you've seen with your family, the symptoms are different as well. You know, leading up to the official diagnosis, that can be a confusing time as well.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Because typically somebody's going to notice tremors first. But like in my mom's case, that wasn't really the scenario. She was having stomach issues first. And that turned into a really big thing where she couldn't hold her food. She couldn't taste her food. She became very tiny. You know, so it was a serious challenge.
So when you have a place like this, the association right here in our backyard offering these free services, I mean, you can't speak enough about just how incredible the people who work here are and their mission.
Oh yeah, they work tirelessly at it. And you know, unfortunately, the Missouri chapter of Parkinson's is one of the biggest, best, most successful ones in the country. And so then, you know, we focus on helping people here in St. Louis and Missouri, but some people reach out to us from around the country.
Okay, in your family with Carroll House Furniture, you're doing an incredible thing today. I mean, we're on a mission to get people to donate, and you are as well because you want to match that donation today. Tell me about that.
Yes, so gifts up to $15,000, Carroll House Furniture is going to match. And so we feel great about that, and we always support Parkinson's.
Yeah, and you can't, things aren't free in life, Brooke. I mean, the fact that they offer these services, albeit we're in the exercise room, they got a class coming up in about an hour and a half this morning, or even just initial diagnosis classes. I mean, these are free of charge for patients and their families.
Yes, and they're so important. Like, people should definitely take advantage of it, and they'll see that they get rewarded from doing that. You know, they're effective things.
Yeah. All right. Well, Brooke Dubman with Carroll House Furniture. You heard him say, guys, $15,000, that matching donation from Brooke and his sister Amy. We're putting a QR code up there on your screen. That's where you donate. Spread the word about this. Get that smartphone up there. Get the website. But I know sometimes the smartphone is like downstairs and you're upstairs. That's okay. Just go to firstalert4.com/4u. All the information is there. So very generous donation.
Yes.
We appreciate that from the Dubman family as well, guys.
Good on you, Brooke. Tell them we're just so touched by that.
They're saying good on you, Brooke. Yes.
That was awesome. Thank you both. Thank you, Claire. Our For You Day of Giving continues right here on Great Day, supporting the American Parkinson Disease Association Missouri chapter.
Yeah, they provide free support for those living with Parkinson's disease in our area. First Alert 4's Claire Kellett is live at the APDA office in Chesterfield with a couple who utilizes the services there at APDA. And Claire, I'm excited to hear their story.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you. Lucky me to have had a conversation with these two men who you meet here beside me in just a moment. We've been talking for about 20, 30 minutes or so, and I wish I had all day to talk to them. And talking about what Parkinson's has done with their life, where they go from here, and what the association here has meant to them. So let me take a moment and introduce to all of you to David Blakely and his partner, Michael Weddle. Thank you both for being with here. And David, it was 3 years ago that you were diagnosed with Parkinson's. Take me back then, and what was that feeling when you first heard that official diagnosis?
Well, for me, the diagnosis was relief because my body was changing. I was having these neurological things happening, and I didn't know what was going on, and I had a lot of fatigue. So when you're in a state of your body's changing and you don't know what it is, your mind races and it goes all over the place. So the diagnosis to me was like, okay, I have my answer. Now what do I do? But I have my answer, so it was relief for me.
And you call the association here life-changing. I mean, talk about that, and talk about a guy who does CrossFit 3 times a week. I mean, you're a man on the move.
Well, a lot there. CrossFit has absolutely saved my life in a way that has gotten me on balanced footing. The association here has altered my life in the sense that I'm able to have my life back. After receiving the diagnosis, it was a period of time of, I call it mourning my previous self, where I didn't know what to expect. Got on the online for a very brief period because there's scary stuff out there.
You got right back off online.
Got it right.
No thanks.
Yeah, no thanks. No, because it makes it's horrifying what you read. Yeah. And then discovered, it finally came, it took us a year to get here, but once I got here, it opened the door for me reclaiming my life. Me getting out and doing CrossFit, me being active again, me understanding this disease and understanding how I needed to manage it and having the support around that. I have a great partner here, family and friends. I feel fortunate that I have the resources that I do have to manage and do well with this disease.
And to move forward from there. And Michael, I thought it was great that this was, in fact, your New Year's resolution to come to the first meeting here at the association. Why are you glad that you and David did that?
Well, first of all, we weren't going to come because we thought it would be like the Ghost of Christmas Future, and we just didn't want to see it. So it took a New Year's resolution for me to come. When we did come, it did change our lives. And the biggest things, I guess, one, we have a group, and the group meets once a month, and they're great. In the group, somebody suggested this book. The book is it's our Bible. So if anything happens, we just refer to the book. And it says, yeah, I'd take more medicine, not less medicine, or whatever it does. We actually understand that it is a symptom or it's not and what to do.
So as a supporter, there is so much gray area, but to be able to have the conversations here in the classes that you go to and to read that, the Bible for Parkinson's, as you and David have talked about, I mean, just amazing to have those connections.
Well, and it's the group, it's the Parkinson's Association here that's been so valuable because it gives form to everything. We were in a group meeting about a month ago, and every single people, as we went around the room, every single person talked about how they're exercising and how they're moving forward and what kind of optimism they have. And so the group the Parkinson's Association is very well funded here, and it provides an excellent resource for everybody that's got it. And my only hope is more people will reach out and do the same thing we did.
Yeah, and so that's where all of you come in. I mean, this is just one story, but think about just the number of family members and friends and everybody that help, the patients included in that as well. And look at your screen there. There's a QR code there. If you grab your phone, scan that QR code, or if you just go to our website, firstalert4.com/4u, there you'll find all the information. This is a very long long For You Day of Giving. We're going until 7 o'clock tonight, so we're only just kind of scratching the surface of the amazing things that the association does here in St. Louis and throughout Missouri. And I mean, if you could just show these two men, both of them, you know, David does CrossFit, he says 3 times a week. Michael's up and at 'em every day, and they are living their life, guys.
Yep, they look fantastic.
Claire, Michael, David, thank you all so much for sharing that. We'll be right back here on Great Day.
Good morning. It is our For You Day of Giving to benefit the American Parkinson Disease Association Missouri chapter based out of Chesterfield. David Amalotti with you, and we're trying to raise funds today to benefit the free services we provide here for the mental, the spiritual, the physical needs of those who work with the APDA. We're actually taking a look inside the Tai Chi class right now, practicing our stretches. We're going to do dances with rainbows in a couple of minutes, but I want you to walk over here with me actually because I'm joined with Mike and Nancy Klein. Glad to have you both. Nancy's been living with Parkinson's disease now for more than 20 years. And Mike, what has helped so much is the support groups. Tell me about that.
Well, we've been part of the Movers and Shakers support group for about 5 years. And what we found out over these 5 years that really has helped us is that Parkinson is unique to everybody. There's no two people that have the same symptoms of Parkinson's. And so I think that is what helps us work through and work through the day-to-day challenges.
Wonderful. And those bonds are so special too, those friendships. And we want to remind you that if you donate $50, you can give these folks classes for a week. $500 gives them a whole year. Be sure you donate information.
Welcome back to First Alert 4. Really exciting day for us here. Today's For You Day of Giving is designed to help people all across St. Louis and Missouri who are fighting against Parkinson's disease. And we are asking for your help in supporting the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association. First Alert 4's David Amalotti live in Chesterfield at their office there. A little bit of activity going on behind you.
Yeah, the APDA offers a lot of free programming, including exercises. We got to look at kickboxing right now, and our friends are doing really great punches right now. I have some friends I want to introduce you over here. We've got Alan, we've got Craig. You might remember Craig earlier, you were teaching Tai Chi. Can you talk to us about how important is exercise when we have a Parkinson's disease diagnosis?
Sure. Exercise is vitally important. If you get diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, you have to put it in your mind you want to exercise every day. And making Tai Chi part of that balance exercise, because you want to do whatever is suitable for you, but you want to make balance part of that exercise. Because, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask Craig, you know, you do these classes all throughout the week. What do they mean to you?
Well, I think when I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, I think optimism was really important, and that leads to physical activity to keep you ahead of the game and dealing with all of the uncertainties that come with Parkinson's. There's a lot of stress that you have to deal with, and particularly Tai Chi helps you deal with that. Craig has added at the end of his second session with us, each week he has 2 sessions, a part on meditation.
Wonderful.
And that fits right in with calming us down and being able to deal with the stresses that we've dealt with during the week.
Sure, and then real quick, the social benefits, I mean, it's probably a lot easier to do this with friends than by yourself.
Huge. It's huge. Just the fact you get these people together every week and you get to see your friends every week and you get to boost each other up. It's part of the optimism Alan was talking about. It's huge. It's really huge for the people.
Wonderful. Well, Craig, Alan, thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
And we want to remind you that we are asking for your donations until 7 o'clock right now. There's a QR code on your screen. You can also head to our website, firstalert4.com/4u. Claire?
Yeah, we're going to be here until 7 o'clock tonight, all day long. You can help the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association in their fight to help others as well. firstalert4.com/4u, another place to go. And let's talk about the fact here, Kent, that all of their programs, all of their services are free of charge, which is why your donation, any little bit or huge amount that you can give, they're going to take whatever they're able to offer to offer
learning
those
a lot
programs.
about
Yes.
it, about the disease today. And one of the things that shocked me this morning, that it was the fastest growing neurological disease. And, and who knew? I mean, that it's growing, you know?
Right. We're not just talking about helping the patients, too. It's also their supporters, their family members, their friends, everyone else who's helping them in their fight with this.
Great cause. And probably everybody has some kind of connection to it as well.
Yes.
Our For You Day of Giving continues, benefiting the American Parkinson Disease Association. David Amalotti live now in St. Peter's. We're actually at Spencer Road Library where there's this session going on right now, one every quarter, where we're tackling topics that are relevant to those with a Parkinson diagnosis. Hey, let's go over here to my friends over here. I got Dave and Linda Wicks. You both go to all of these educational programs. Why are these so helpful for you family as you handle living with Parkinson's with Linda?
The biggest issue is Parkinson's is a very complicated disease of the brain, and the net result is it's so complicated that so many different symptoms that it takes a lot to understand it. The quarterly programs give us a great deal of detail. The annual programs are great. They provide optimism. There are things that we can do to make things work better, and that's been the telling difference for us in our program.
Wonderful. Well, David and Linda, thank you both so much for your time. And this is one of the many free programs that the APDA offers. So again, you can donate right now at the bottom of your screen. Anything from $1 all the way up to $1,000. It all makes a big difference. We'll still be out here live as we continue our For You Day of Giving. Donate soon. Thank you.
All right, today is an exciting day for us all here at First Alert 4. It is our For You Day of Giving that benefits the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson Disease Association.
David Amalotti joins us from the Spencer Road Library in St. Peter's. Hey, David.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are doing an incredible job as a community raising funds here for the American Parkinson Disease Association. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to talk with a neurologist who can explain exactly how your generosity is making a difference for more than 13,000 people in the bi-state. It's just minutes away.
All right. Thank you, David. We'll look forward to that. Well, today is our For You Day of Giving to help St. Louis area patients and their loved ones cope with Parkinson's disease.
We are asking you for your help in supporting the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson Disease Association. First Alert 4's David Amalotti is live in St. Peter's with details on what the group does. David?
Yeah, guys, the need is immense. You know, when you talk to the APDA, they're talking about this being the fastest growing neurological disease facing the United States right now. So it's really important. We actually just wrapped up a fascinating conversation about deep brain stimulation here in St. Peter's. We're at the Spencer Road Library. I'm actually with Dr. Uche right now, who led that conversation. So great to have you. We were just talking a moment ago about how every patient you have, you reference them to the APDA. What is it about their mission, their work, that is so critical for the people that you help every day?
It is quite amazing for us in the St. Louis region to have as active of an APDA as we have. To be able to talk to a patient, make the diagnosis, we often don't have the time, or they are so stressed that they don't have the opportunity to ask all the questions that they have. The APDA is an organization that gives them the resources that they need to be able to answer a lot of their questions, and often meet with other patients who have Parkinson's, have walking that journey, and be able to be supported.
And how big is that programming, especially the physical programming? You talked about how exercise is such a key.
Absolutely. We know that exercise helps people live longer, do better with their Parkinson's. The APDA has turned into that mission and really has 57 exercise programs throughout the region that our patients engage with. So for me, as I follow a patient, to be able to refer them to the APDA to say, there you can exercise, you don't have to do it by yourself at home. And if they're unable to get out, to be able to get on their YouTube website and be able to do those exercises really helps those patients do better longer.
Wonderful. Dr. Uche, thank you so much for your time. It's greatly appreciated. Whether it's the physical programming that he was talking about or the educational programming that we experienced this afternoon, your generosity goes a long way in making that possible. And I want you to know that the first $15,000 we raise today will be matched by our friends over at Carroll House. So really, every dollar does make a difference. All this programming I'm describing is free for participants. Yeah. So again, 13,000 people across the bi-state, Kent, Tamar, that rely on this, and we're helping them out today.
Yeah, I was so impressed to hear Brooke Dublin today and make that commitment. That was awesome. And we've learned so much about it. It just struck me that it's the fastest growing neurological disease. So I'm glad that we're able to do this, and glad that people are jumping on board. Thank you, David.
And the folks that we're talking about today, too, say that they just need to make sure that people know that this organization exists to get them that help. It's key.
Yeah, Visibility and awareness is important. All right, so grab your phone then, because you're going to want to scan that QR code that you see on your screen to donate. And I'm betting that this disease has touched the majority of you in some way, someone that you know or love. You will be helping the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson Disease Association in their fight to help others. And you can also go to firstalert4.com/4, and there you will find all the details on how you can donate.
Yes, great cause, of course.
Looks like a hot one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right, Ken, thank you. Well, throughout the day, we have been sharing stories about the challenges of living with Parkinson's disease and the search for a cure. So up next, two special guests are going to join us here in studio. Look forward to that conversation right after the break. Welcome back. About 500,000 Americans are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, but given that many individuals go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, the actual number is likely much higher. In fact, some experts estimate as many as 1 million Americans have PD, and that is why we are shining the spotlight on it today for our Day of Giving. So joining me this afternoon is Kathy Crane, the Regional Director for the American Parkinson's Disease Association, and Fanchen Allman, who lives with Parkinson's disease. Both of you, thank you for being here to talk about this today. And let's start, Fanchen, with you. What are the challenges of Parkinson's disease, and how has the APDA helped you?
The first challenge that I had was finding out that I had Parkinson's disease. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Are you going to die? Well, I went to APDA and I found out that what they're going to do is help me to live my life and just live and be happy. Through all of the things that the organization has, they have exercise classes, they have support groups, they have newsletters, they have seminars. I mean, there's seminars, I've went to one on what I should be eating, how to walk down the stairs, everything I need to know to be okay. Plus, I'm in a community with these amazing people. We all have Parkinson's and we're all different. We're all different because of the way we have Parkinson's and who we are, but we're all friends and we're all close. Yeah. And the ADPA is amazing. Every time I walk in there, I feel so good and so wonderful.
Oh, it's amazing. Kathy, what is one thing that you want people to know about Parkinson's disease and how you all can help?
Yeah, I really hope anyone watching who has Parkinson's disease or has a family member or a friend hears what Fanchen is saying. Because so many people don't come forward and they don't get help. And you really can live a long, healthy life if you take it on.
Yeah.
And we would love to help you. And we're here, and we'd be here today, and we'll be here in the future. So thank you for having us and letting us tell that story.
Absolutely. And before we get to that information, Fanchen, I understand you came with bearing gifts.
Okay, so going to all of the different Parkinson's things at the association, they're all free. You go there, and they're doing so much for our community, and you just walk in. So when you choose to places where you're going to give money, it's like every month and every day I go, can we give some more money? So here.
There we go, a check.
Our pleasure.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Fanchen. All right, so the information that you need to know in order to donate, you see right here on your screen. You can scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now. And you can also scan that with your phone or tablet, or you can go to the website, firstalert4.com/foryou. We have that information running at the bottom of your screen, and we'll have this information for you again in our next half hour. Again, both of you, thank you.
Thank you.
And don't forget, this is our For You Day of Giving. There is a QR code on your screen right now to make it easy for you to take part. Today, we are working to help the American Parkinson's Disease Association. You can scan the QR code to make a donation. You can also go to our website, firstalert4.com/foryou. We have all this information for you again coming up on First Alert 4 at 5. According to the APDA, Parkinson's disease is one of the fastest growing neurological disorders in the country. That is why tonight our For You Day of Giving is shining the spotlight on an organization here at home helping those with Parkinson's disease. So I'm joined now by Craig Schlater, who has Parkinson's disease and is a participant in some of the programs offered by the association. Also with us, Jen Berger, who is one of the instructors for the APDA. Both of you, thank you so much for being here. Craig, let's start with you. What are some of the challenges of living with Parkinson's disease, and how has the association really helped you?
Yeah, some of the challenges are basically you don't know what you don't know. Everybody is different. The disease affects people differently. And while I know I've been thankful that I've been able to basically haven't had any constrictions yet or anything that I'm not able to do, I know down the road there's some changes coming. And what APDA is wonderful about is there are so many different support groups, educational opportunities. If you have any questions, even if they don't have something readily available, they'll get you the information. So it's a wonderful family to be part of.
And Jen, we know exercise is so crucial. Why is that?
You know, it's the one thing that has been proven to really help slow down the progression of Parkinson's disease. So it's an opportunity for us to get out, get together, where we can focus on balance and big movements and things that really people with Parkinson's will naturally struggle with. And so it's a great opportunity for us to get together, to have a whole lot of fun, and at the same time really slow down, do our best to slow down the progression of the disease.
And Craig, they keep you active, huh?
Absolutely. Jen will tell you when you get out of line, too.
No doubt. Well, both of you, thank you so much for being here. And we have information now on your screen so that you can donate. And you're going to want to scan the QR code that you're going to see on your screen eventually. In just a minute, here you go. And you can log on to help the Missouri chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association in their fight to help others by scanning that code and donating. You can also go to firstalertfor.com/foryou. There you'll find the details on how you can donate.
Russell, thank you. Today is our For You Day of Giving, supporting the American Parkinson's Disease Association Missouri chapter. According to APDA, Parkinson's disease is one of the fastest growing neurological disorders in the country. The Missouri chapter provides free support for those living with the disease right here in our area. And tonight I'm joined by Grant Weens. He's a board member for the APDA. He's also, you have a parent with Parkinson's disease as well, so you kind of get to see this from both sides. So talk me through what your experience has been being a child of a parent with Parkinson's.
Yeah, my dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's back 30 years ago. He passed away about 5 or 6 years ago from the disease. But watching him, learning from him how he sort of accepted the reality of the disease, it's a devastating disease that's a lifelong illness. It throws a lot at you. It's a lot of uncertainty. You've got hours and days coming at you that are all different stripes, and trying to figure out how best to approach it. Accepting is really a hard thing to come up with, and I think that's one of the things I learned from watching.
Yeah, the acceptance part is huge. We also know that on the board, why do you think that this is so important for you to be here to raise awareness for this?
Yeah, I mean, effectively, APDA is a crucial part of the overall process of working through and living with Parkinson's. We really focus in on both the future and the now, treating the entire idea of Parkinson's. So we raise awareness for fundraising, dollars, and opportunities for research to make sure that we work towards finding a cure, but also the idea is focusing on the now.
And supporting in the now.
Exactly, trying to figure out how best can we help people live their best life at the moment with Parkinson's, right? And so that's an idea of trying to figure out all the different types of programs that might be able to support people in the moment. So that could be exercise, that could be mobility, that could be speech, but that can also be care groups and support groups for folks who are going through Parkinson's or folks who are supporting those who are going through Parkinson's, so people like me.
Yeah, I think it's a two-part where you have obviously the person who's going through it, but then also the parents and the family and the kids that are going through it as well, and having that full support system. And all of these things are offered at free of charge as well.
100%. All of it's free of charge. All of it is through on our website, at the actual offices as well. They can offer them online as well as in person. So really it's a jelly bean approach, whatever fits your flavor.
Love that. And you can have a part in helping with this great organization as well. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. It'll help you to log in. You'll be able to help with our local fight against Parkinson's. You can also go to firstalertfor.com/foryou. There you'll be able to find all of the details to donate. Thanks so much for being with us here. Steve?